everybody, it's Lori with Behavior Education at Spirit Keeper Equine Sanctuary. In this episode of Morelia Minutes, I wanted to feature one of the species that we keep here and feature one of the animals that we have here to represent that species. And that's the Morelia spilota metcalfei, the inland carpet python or the Murray darling carpet python. And this animal that I have out today to represent that species is named Merlin. And I obtained him not too long ago from Brett Bender, who raised him up from a baby and originally got him from Justin Julander at Australian Addiction Reptiles, who produced Merlin. We have 3 other Murray darling carpet pythons here at Behavior Education, and they're actually siblings to Merlin. However, they are from a 2018 clutch that Justin produced, and Merlin is from a 2016 clutch with the same parents. Merlin has been here just a few months. He's still getting used to the place. He's still a little nervous. His go-to activity is climbing, and he's quite active. He's quite strong. He's quite mobile. We haven't had any issues handling him. We've had no issues with him feeding. He loves to come out of his enclosure and use our exercise spaces, and he spends most of that time on the move, climbing. So I just weighed Merlin, and we really like to weigh our carpets and our other semi-arboreal species in these tubs. It makes it really, really easy to get weights on them because they're used to perching. And he weighs 831 grams as a 3.5-year-old, and he hasn't eaten in about 9 days, so I'm pretty sure that he's hungry. He's probably wondering if I'm going to feed him tonight. However, I'm going to wait a few more days before he gets another meal. Merlin is eating weaned or small rats, and I do feed him about every 10 days to 2 weeks. As you can see, he's much calmer now that he's able to anchor onto this tub, perch and drape on it, and I find that that's true with most of the carpet pythons, the Brettles pythons, and the one reticulated python that we do work with here. That if they're able to anchor onto something familiar, and these tubs are obviously very familiar to them, because it's where we put them temporarily when we're cleaning enclosures, when we have to transport them. Sometimes they eat in them, and they're just very handy things to get the animals used to, especially if you ever have to do any emergency evacuations. If the animals are already used to these tubs, it makes it so much less stressful for the animal if you have to throw them into one and evacuate, or if they have to go to the vet for any reason. Just makes transport less stressful for them if they're already used to them. So we really try to habituate all of our animals to these tubs. And he's gonna go back up there. Most of the snakes, even if they start out climbing around our large exercise area, which you're gonna get to see some footage of Merlin using in this video, they usually end up coming across into this room because for some reason they like to climb around the other snake enclosures. And the enclosures he's climbing around right now are our baby Brettles enclosures. Most of these animals are 2018 Morelia bredli babies. The 2 up here are 2017. And I do have one Russian rat snake baby over here who was just hatched in 2019 in August, and then I have two 2019 Morelia bredli down here that were also just hatched in August. So again, you're just going to get to see some photos and some video footage of Merlin, who I wanted to feature in this episode of Morelia Minutes. I think that the Morelia spilota metcalfei, the inland carpet python, or Murray darling carpet python, is an excellent animal to work with. I think that they would make good pets if someone was interested in getting a carpet python as part of their family. But they also make my job studying behavior very easily because they don't hide very much, at least the four that we have don't. They're very active, and when I put them in new situations and introduce them to novel items, it's interesting to watch the behaviors that I see. And most of those behaviors really are not hiding. Those behaviors are investigating those novel items and exploring those new environments, which for somebody that studies behavior is very interesting. I also find that the inland carpet pythons are very easy to train. They're easy to station train to a tub. They're easy to target train. And I use the target training to relocate them a lot, especially the little babies. Now, I didn't raise up Merlin from a baby. The 2018 inlands that I raised from babies are very adept at target training because I've been doing it since they were small, and I'm able to use the target to get them to move around all over, to come to me, to come out of their enclosure, to come out of their hides if they're hiding, to change locations if they're perched in one location and I want them to move. They're just very, very good at it, very intelligent animals. I really like the inland carpet pythons. We have 4 of them all together, and I'm really surprised that I don't see more of them in the hobby. They make great pet carpet pythons. We've been really happy with ours. I want to thank everybody for watching this episode of Morelia Minutes. Until next time, always try to be kind. Everybody, please love your animals. And if you need to reach me, I can be reached at behavioreducationllc@gmail.com, or you can find me on Facebook, Behavior Education at Spirit Keeper Equine Sanctuary, or at our website, behavioreducation.org.